His lips brushed mine. Brushed. His lips brushed mine as he leaned in for a kiss. My first kiss. I had never kissed anyone before, but the tense sparks from my lips to my core and even deeper. That's what I said in here one time.
That's wild. Where's deeper than that? I felt like her core was her vagina.
Hi, welcome to Page to Stage,
Where the books write the script.
and we set the scene. I'm Emma.
And I'm Maddie.
Today's episode is about the Assassin's Blade.
Listen, guys. Are we doing more Sarah J. Maas?
Yeah!
Despite our, only medium like for some of her other books?
Yeah.
Yes, we are!
But you know what? We more than medium like this series.
Throne of Glass is so good.
It is good. I've got a serious, I've got a heart on for this book series. And I'm only halfway through it.
Yeah. And I've read the whole thing because if you've been with us for a while, you'll know that this was and is Emma's weenie series.
Yeah, but here's what happened.
Yeah.
We read a book.
We could tell them what book. We'll do it eventually.
Yeah, we read Metal Slinger.
Yeah.
This past week.
And
to
we
prep for recording today.
Yes. And we liked it.
Yes.
Unfortunately, the cliffhanger at the end makes it so that's Act 1 of a show.
Yeah. We were like, we cannot just record this episode because we have not even checked when the next book comes out.
Nope.
I don't know enough about it at all to even make a guess. There was not a place to cut off this, at the way we did at the end of Iron Flame.
Right.
We cut off at the end of Iron Flame and we were like, okay, and that's the end of the show.
And we could have cut off at the end of Fourth Wing if we'd had to.
Yeah. We couldn't do that.
No.
No.
There's no way.
So, what happened is I said, hey, Maddie, I just finished the book. I finished it before her for once. I never finished books
before her. It was crazy,
her.
you guys. I hate it when she does because then I don't know things, but I hate it more when I finish.
Ooh, yeah.
And then I can't tell her things.
Yeah. Maddie hates not being able to tell me things.
I'm not good at it.
Yeah, she gets very upset. But I like not knowing. I like knowing things that she doesn't know because I like to text her with just all exclamation points
it's so shitty because it's 12 exclamation points in a row, and I'm like, hey, is somebody dead? A surprise pregnant? It could be any realm of giant things, and then it turns out they kissed.
No. I never send you 12 exclamation points for a kiss.
Yeah.
I think 4 max for a kiss. Anyway, so I finished it first and I was like, hey, Maddie, I don't know that we can make a play out of this. And she was like, okay, let me finish it. And then she finished it and she was like, hey, we can't make a play out of this. And I was like, yeah. But the good news is I had already started
her weenie.
My weenie, the Assassin's Blade, and we went through lots of options. We were like, hey, okay, we could just power read Spark of the Everflame.
Right.
We could read something
that's kind of shorter.
Find a 4-hour audiobook and just blaze through it.
Right. We could pull something deep out of our backlog.
Yes.
Or
I was like, or I'm reading this book and I can really just power through and get it done and we can make a Throne of Glass prequel play.
And she is so excited, you guys.
I'm so excited.
And I read this book maybe a year ago.
Yeah.
So I remember, enough.
I have tabs.
I remember enough, but Emma has tabs.
And they're not book tabs, they're podcast tabs.
She's got
I
so many
this
thoughts.
Entire play planned. It is planned from start to end. I can see it so clearly in my brain. I am very excited about it. And because of that, we're going to start super organized with our normal format.
Yes.
And then I'm just going to tell Maddie all of my brain thoughts. So I need you to buckle up because our brain palace is on a roller coaster today.
Right. And because I only remember the big plot points and the little stuff that becomes relevant later, the whole episode today is going to be Emma telling me things, and I'm going to be her sounding board.
Yes.
We're still both going to talk, but if you're really excited for whatever reason to hear from me...
Yeah, if you're a Maddie fan,
If you're
a full Maddie stan, you might be a full Maddie stan. Maybe you're like, hey, Emma, why don't you shut the fuck up? And you're like, let Maddie fucking talk. Sometimes that's how I feel when I'm editing. I'm like, damn, Emma, you really should shut the fuck up and let Maddie talk.
She does talk more than me, but it's because she has more ideas than I do, and we need her to talk more than me. It's a critical part of this podcast.
The problem is that my brain isn't normal.
My brain also isn't normal, so I'm not offended.
Okay. If you're a Maddie stan, we will schedule one. Ooh!
You what?
Full idea.
Visual bit where she hula hoops with her arms.
You read The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue, and I will not reread it, and then we will do this, but with your thoughts.
That sounds great. Let's do that.
Okay, so we will have an episode where all of the Maddie stans, you get your full episode of Maddie. Because I only sort of remember what happens in that book too, so.
I do not believe that there are any Maddie stans out there. If you are a self-proclaimed Maddie stan, hit us up and let us know.
Please tell us if you're either of us stans.
Yeah.
Because we crave validation.
That's true.
My cousin texted me the other day about how she listened to our Thanksgiving episode. And I was riding that high for like solid 38 hours.
38?
Yes.
What a strange number.
Well, I was sleeping for some of it.
Okay.
So, anyway,
Okay.
very exciting. So, shout out to you, Kala.
All right. Yeah. Let's
do it.
get into our stuff.
Do we have any other announcements? We have a new listener from somewhere.
Okay.
I do believe we now have an Austria listener.
Ooh.
So go Austria. Look at all of our flags.
It's so good. This better be real.
Nobody's reached out to us.
I know.
It does only mean that they've clicked on the pod.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean they've listened all the way through.
No, I know, but that's okay. It's still like crazy that people in Austria are seeing the title of our podcast.
That's accurate. Yep.
Okay, so for our set,
yes.
What type of stage?
Proscenium. This is a normal stage. This is going to be a wild ride for the audience, and so we want it to feel as normal as possible. I also want it to look like they are watching this from the outside, like watching a movie.
Oh, very cool.
Like through a screen, which is kind of what the proscenium gives you that feel of.
Yes. Okay, great. I love it. Is the set going to change? I remember enough to know that this book has different short stories. Is it going to change for each story?
Probably, yeah. I think it's going to be... I would really like to do a lot of drops for this one.
Okay.
So, and then several set pieces on wheels.
Yes.
Like, we're going to need a wagon on the back of a wagon on wheels. It looks like a big prison wagon, except there's no front on it because we need to be able to see into it.
Right.
More like a flatbed wagon, like you would ride it like a hayride, probably. That's
Okay.
kind of more what I'm imagining. And then we're going to need like a jail cell of some sort.
Yes.
My thought with that is just we make one out of PVC pipe and spray paint it and do all the things with it.
Sounds
and then
good.
It just carries right out. And then we're going to need a throne of glass.
Yeah.
At some point, but that's on
good.
wheels.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
So excited.
And then everything else I think should be dropped. So I think we should have like for the pirate, the assassin and the pirate lord, which is the first story. I think we should have projected on the back, the ocean.
Yes.
And then we should have just drops that show like that we're at a port, that there is a...
Because that one takes place on an island, right?
Yeah, it's like, yeah. And then we can just pull in like chairs and like there's no need for it to actually be in a warehouse. There's no need for it. Just needs to set where we are.
Of course.
So it looks like a little pirate town. Like imagine at the beginning at the beginning of Pirates of the Caribbean. When Jack Sparrow, I guess it's like midway through the first one, when he goes and there's like, like the people in cages that are like hanging, like, remember that? No? Okay, well it happens, I promise. So, it's like, it's very like piratey, because it is this pirate island.
Yeah.
So, it's not a nice place to be, probably. No. And it's, yeah. And then for the assassin and the healer, it pretty much fully takes place in, like, this city, like, alley and pub.
Yeah, we could
situation.
probably set the whole thing in the alley and it would be fine.
Yeah. I think actually, the way I have it set up,
yes,
it is mostly in the alley.
Okay.
Except at the very, very end when she goes into Irene's space. But I think if we just set it, like, in an alley and we can see, like, if it's, like, kind of drops that kind of look as if there are buildings going back, but they're flat. They're painted to look.
Of course, give that
3D.
perspective.
And then you can go in, like, there's a door or two you can go in, and otherwise we're in the alley the whole time.
Great. I love it.
For the desert, have you ever seen The Lion King on Broadway?
Well, not on Broadway.
Well, yes, but, like, the Broadway production.
I have seen recordings of the Lion King stage production.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you know when, spoiler alert,
for the Lion
for
King.
the Lion King.
And or Hamlet.
You know when Mufasa dies?
Yeah.
And he, like, and I don't know if you, in the ones you've seen, it's like the stampede, and they have, like, 4 or 5 drops that make it, like, give it that perspective. And it's just, like, cliffs, and then the wildebeest run through.
Yes.
I think something like that, but a little bit simpler.
Okay.
Where it makes it look like dunes.
But, like, layers for perspective.
Because there is the whole part in that section where she has to run to and from.
Yeah.
And it's very specific that the dunes make it hard.
Yes.
So, it's got to have dunes, but otherwise that's good. Like, we roll on a table, we roll on chairs, benches, etc.
Yes. And it mirrors her, like, recuperation training in Throne of Glass. So good.
Yes, it's so good. It is so good. It's very good. Okay, and then we are in Rifthold.
Yes.
For both the Underworld and the Empire. We are in Rifthold. So,
should it be the same set?
Yeah, I think so. I think the only thing that has to be different is for the Underworld, we need a drop that makes it like we are under the street.
For sure.
For when she's in the sewer.
Yeah.
That's the only thing in particular is, like, we need that drop to make it look like where she's standing on the stage is in the sewer, and it's, like, painted perspective to look like the street. And I think in my brain it's only half the stage, because I think the other half the stage is it's a manhole cover where Sam is sitting on the stage looking down into it.
Yes.
While Celaena's on the other half of the stage looking up out of it. And so we're seeing both things at the same time.
I thought you were just going to put her in the pit. This is excellent.
No, this is good. Because then it blacks out and then she's out of there because we don't get to see that.
No. That's really good.
Yeah. I want this show to happen.
I know.
So bad. How do I do it without
more
being
than
arrested?
any of other ones?
Yes.
That's crazy.
I know.
You were big excited about One Dark Window.
One Dark Window I also really want to do, but this one just feels.
It does.
Just feels. Okay. Right.
Are you saving yourself having to edit the levels of you screaming?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
I'm so excited for you.
And then back to the wagon / we already talked about those things. So that's the set.
Do you think that the Rifthold set, because 2 of the sections take place there, and I think they start there in the Assassin and the Pirate Lord, right?
We're not starting there.
Okay. Hypothetically though, is Rifthold like a little wood cut out townscape?
Yeah.
The base set.
Probably.
Okay.
Yeah. It can roll on and off or whatever.
Sure.
We need, like, the Assassin's Keep.
Yes.
Like, or at least the inside of Arabin's office.
I do think it'd be funny to have the Assassin's Keep that just, like, and I mean, this is not probably a funny show, considering how many tabs you have, but I think it'd be funny to just, like, throw some, like, dressing at the Assassin's Keep and be like, the Red Desert.
That would be a very different vibe.
I know.
But I do think that would be great if we just had, like, one cutout
That's
of the
budget
city.
that you actually have to
Yeah.
put on this production.
Yeah, I know. Until Sarah J. Maas gives me money to write. Well, she doesn't even have to give me money to write the
I
script.
think she just has to allow you to do
She
it
just has
without
to allow
suing
me.
you.
She has to allow me to write this script, and then you know what? I will give it to her. And if she wants me to direct it, then that's the way it goes. But if she doesn't want me to direct
if she doesn't want you to direct it, you'll come back to this studio and scream into the microphone for 2 years.
If she doesn't want me to direct it, then you know what? But she wants somebody else to direct it? and she wants somebody with a budget to direct it,
Yeah.
then I'm okay.
Okay.
If all my legacy is writing the stage adaptation of
The
Assassin's Blade,
That would be 100% of your druthers?
I'm okay with that. Well, no, it's like 95% of my druthers.
Oh, I see.
The other 5% is directing it. But I'm being reasonable, Maddie.
Yeah.
So, anyway,
That's
that's the set.
the set. Okay. Costumes.
Yes. Tunics. Jerkins.
I think there was only one jerkin.
There was only one jerkin, but the existence of one jerkin does lend itself to everybody wearing jerkins.
Yeah, and their fancy assassin suits.
Ooh, their assassin suits are so freaking cool.
I had so many thoughts while I was reading it because they describe it in so much detail, and I have such a costume brain.
Mm-hmm. Go
I
for
just,
it. How are we
like-
making it happen?
Well, I feel like they have to be. It's just like a base, like full body pull on.
Yeah.
Lycra.
Yeah.
I think kind of like when we were talking with Taylor about how to dress them for Akasaf.
Mhm.
I think it's a little bit like that. Lots of layers, just like all kinds of straps and buckles.
Yeah.
I don't know. They were
The coolest
described-
part is when she can like throw out her arm,
Ah.
flick her wrist, and all of a sudden she has a blade in it.
Yeah, and
That's
I
awesome.
think that could
like,
be achieved too.
I think it
for
can too.
props.
Totally think it can. They can't be real blades
No.
because then they'll die. But I do think, like, I just imagine her like, and then like,
On a stage, they could be like pointy shaped glow sticks almost.
mm-hmm.
And then you would be able to like see the movement
Yes.
instead of having the like the audio cue
Mm-hmm.
that they were sharp.
Just looks like.
Maybe.
Yes. Okay. Otherwise, I mean, it's tunics and comfy pants.
Yeah.
And I think there's maybe a dress or two.
Sure.
But like,
She is a fancy bitch.
she is a fancy bitch. She's got her brooches.
I love that about her.
She is such a fancy bitch. I do love
She
that.
wants to be an even fancier bitch than she ever has
Yes.
been.
Yes. Any other costumey things? Because my thoughts
Oh,
are just that they
gosh.
need to be movable. And she basically wears, I feel like, she wears the base bodysuit all the time.
Yes.
And then just dresses on top of it.
Right.
Because I think, well, the way I have it structured, she will need the suit prior to intermission. So
Okay.
we're going to have to figure out a way to get that on her quickly.
We'll figure it out.
A million costume technicians.
A lot of cloaks also,
Yeah, lots of cloaks.
which she
Very-
does wear.
She
a lot
cloaks.
Of cloaks.
She cloaks a lot. So
Yeah. I am interested in how we're going to pretend that we are masking her face in front of like Roth at first, and especially Irene,
Mhm.
but not like block a microphone, or do we just not?
No, I think we do. I think we make it like a tool sort of situation.
Okay, so
And
like
then we
kind of like a
just-
film.
Yeah, more like a film, so it's like there. And I think that with that, the microphone can be on the outside of it, or it's going to be up here potentially anyway.
Yeah.
And so like up on top of the head. So I think that regardless of, as long as it's not like, but like we masked people during COVID,
That's true.
and we could still hear them
Absolutely.
with their microphones. So
I think hair wise, there is no reason for her not to wear like some French braids along the side of her head that meet in a bun in the back
Yep.
the whole time.
yeah, I don't think there's any reason for that either, except maybe for a moment or two with Sam,
Yeah.
just for like a symbolism situation.
I think what we could probably do is do like a French braid or a Dutch braid all the way along the back to like the crown of her head where they have their own elastics. And then
Pull
otherwise her hair is loose.
Uh-huh.
And then it's a bun or a ponytail most of the time.
Yeah.
And with Sam, it can be almost all the way down without us having to do too much work.
Yeah, just leave the braids in.
Mhm.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, that'll be cute.
I think probably all of the side characters should have an identifying color
Yeah, I would agree.
because it's so quick and there's so much happening.
So fast, so much happening. And when we start talking about how the plot of this is going to unfold, it's going to be really important that we keep things in track.
Yes.
So I think like Celaena's black. She
Yeah.
wears black all the time.
And I think that she and Sam are going to be pretty easy to tell. Like, this is
Mhm.
them, it's their story.
Yes.
But, like, Ansel maybe
Mhm.
is going to be in, I don't know, tan.
She should be in like a tan because
white
Yeah,
or-
white or tan, because Celaena does wear white while she's there,
Mhm.
like the whole time. So
Right.
not that she has to in the show, but like
You
in
can
the
give her
book.
an overlayer.
Yeah, so Ansel's in white,
And we have
Irene, who should be in like a blue, right? Like it feels like she should be in like a.
just associate her a lot with purple, I think, from fan art, but it doesn't. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, is there anything in the book that says that she should be in purple?
I don't know.
Okay, I don't remember. I just read it this week, but that
Yeah.
feels like a little detail that I didn't remember.
I don't think there's anything in there that says she should be in anything.
The Pirate Lord should be in like maroon.
Yeah, probably.
Maroony colors. And then
Keep
gold.
Arabin in like, I don't know, teal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the color of the cover.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. I like it.
What did you think when you realized that it was Dorian and Kaol in that little?
That was so cute.
Yeah.
I was like, hey, look, they're here.
yeah.
Well, okay.
Oh.
So I do have questions.
Oh. About?
About in this book.
I don't remember it being. Okay, yeah. Go.
Okay. So I have marked here where when she is in the dungeons of the castle.
Okay.
Here's what this says.
Yeah.
The captain's going to be furious that he wasn't here for the trial. Serves him right for gallivanting with the prince along the Surian coast. I heard the captain's racing back to Rifthold, though. What's the point? Her trial is tomorrow. He won't even make it here in time for her to be executed. Why does the captain care about Celaena?
He doesn't.
Then what the hell is that about?
I don't know. Literally couldn't tell you. Maybe. I'm trying to think if I know things from later books that's like what was happening to him and Dorian.
Why was he furious? Like, is he mad at, like, did Celaena kill somebody important to him?
No.
Okay. Why is he racing back to try and make it for her trial?
Maybe just because she's famous and he's supposed to be there. I don't know. He's got a weird sense of duty. It's a weird detail to leave in there.
That is a weird detail.
I think that it was probably just like, hey, we know the captain.
Yeah. I do know the captain.
Yeah.
I noticed. I was like, he's there. And then Sam was like, she's spoken for.
Yeah.
Sam.
I don't think it's a spoiler because it doesn't happen to tell you that she was originally supposed to end up with Dorian at the end of these
Yeah,
books.
no, you told me that, I think.
Yeah. And I think that when he shows up in this book, you can kind of tell because, especially if you know that Sam is going to die. But it was so cool. It's just like,
it was super cool. It's like, hey,
I know those little
I know
guys.
that guy.
Yeah.
I know those guys. He wants to dance with her.
Yeah.
Cute. Yeah. All right. Well, then, stupid throwaway lines.
Yeah.
Those are stupid.
We got off track.
We did. We did set. We talked costumes.
Yeah. Lights and sound.
Lights and sound. Okay. Sound, I don't have as many thoughts for. Lights, though, anytime we are in the what will become to known as the present.
Yes.
It's blue lights, teal lights, dark, dingy, yucky.
Right.
And when we are in the past, it is bright and colorful and very, very like separate to make sure that the audience can be like, oh, we are sometime else now.
Yes. Very much. I love that. I would love for Sam to have a lighting cue. Like a spot or like a lighting color that indicates that he is here or that he's entered or something.
Yeah, that would be cool. I think we could always see it like on the site itself if
that would
we
be
wanted
great, I
to.
think.
Even if it's just like along the top, just like, hey, look, Sam's here.
Just because this is still her story, but for our audience, they're probably not going to know how important he is until it's getting too late.
Yes. He's so important.
Yeah. And he continues to be so important to her story.
Yes. And I think I'm going to make everybody cry with this one.
Yeah, baby!
I'm so excited. All right. Sound-wise, I think they're...
Do they go to the orchestra?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That's going to be important.
Yeah. That is important. I can tell. Because he gave her music. He went and found it. Even though it hadn't been published yet.
Yeah.
It's very sweet. So, yeah, that's important. They go to the orchestra. I think where I actually have one of these flashbacks opening is at the orchestra. So.
Okay, so, music for that. It would be cool if we could swing live music for that.
Yeah. We could always throw them in the pit.
Yeah.
Ooh.
We could have them in the pit and have the whole stage be the box, so they're looking down.
Yes, except the place where I have her. I do want her looking down. So, yeah, same thing. When she's sitting in the rafters, listening on her own.
Yeah.
That would be sweet.
That would be sweet.
If we could have her raftering and they're in the pit,
Definitely.
which feels like a giant waste of an orchestra
But
to have for like 2 scenes.
that's not true.
I mean, yeah, it's probably fine. We can let them leave.
Yeah.
When they need to leave.
Well, and I think this could easily have more music in it.
I think that the
All the
orchestra
time.
could be in charge of ooh, okay. It's not a musical, but
No.
live sound effects. They
Yeah.
are playing when they're running to free the slaves. They're doing the like
Yes.
ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba.
There are lots of horses in this.
Lots of horses there. Yes, okay. All of the atmospheric music,
Mhm.
all of the horses, like they are the Foley artists. They are I know how much you hate Foley art.
I don't hate Foley art as a profession. I hate when you blah, 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 into our microphones.
I don't understand why. Live music, whole time.
Yes.
Not a musical, but live atmospheric music.
Yes.
Live, like, music you would hear in a movie. Because I want it to feel like they're watching a movie.
I was going to say, I think that this is the kind of play that could have a score almost like a movie does, and
Yes.
it wouldn't be weird.
Yes, I agree.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
Okay.
right.
Well, you don't know how to write that.
No.
Somebody else hit us up for that.
Yeah, that's not our ball game.
No, but that's the sound. Obviously, mics. We talked about how to use when her face is covered.
Yes.
But otherwise, like, there's nothing crazy sound-wise
No.
that I can think of.
I don't think so either.
Okay. Props.
Yes.
We're gonna need chests of gold.
We're going to need all kinds of weapons.
Brooches.
Mm-hmm.
That's about it.
Yeah.
Ropes.
Yeah.
Shackles.
There's actually a lot of stuff, but it's
But
the
it's
stuff you'd think.
It's the stuff you
not
would think.
like,
There's nothing fancy.
not like this is a unique prop that we've made up for this show that wasn't that important. Like, it's just they have hand props that are the things they hold in this book.
Yes. There's not really any, like, personal props would be things like that she wears out. So like her mask would be a personal prop.
Right.
And her specific daggers, if nobody else ever holds them, those would be personal. There's probably some set dressing props, but nothing nothing out of the ordinary. When you imagine the show, this is how it is. It has what it has.
Yeah. Is this the book? Like, does it happen immediately after Sam dies that she's like, I can't believe I didn't let him use my fancy soap?
Yeah.
Because I think we should find a way to make the soap very obvious.
Yeah.
Earlier.
Yeah. I know. She like.
I want to
Okay, don't tell me things. This is a visual bit where Maddie has her hand and her sweatshirt sleeve over her mouth, and she says a whole bunch of spoilers that she knows she can't tell me into her hand so that I don't hear them, but she doesn't have to keep them in her soul anymore. Feel better?
Yeah.
Okay. So, light, sound, props, that's everything. Can I tell you about the play now? Okay. Okay. So, dear listeners, if you are looking at my copy of The Assassin's Blade, which I should post a photo of on our Instagram.
Oh, very
probably.
much.
Along the top, there are light purple stickies and like blue stickies. And on the side, there are stickies that have little drawings.
They're really
that
cute.
Are light purple and blue, and then there's a red, yellow, and green sticky. As per usual, green means go. So that is the beginning of our play.
That's like 3/4 through the book.
Yeah, it's the first chapter of The Assassin and the Empire. The curtain opens. And we are in the wagon that I described earlier. It's a prison wagon. There are light and shadows coming through with the gobos. We can see trees going through, like, maybe behind, maybe on the cyc we have it like going. It's autumn, we know that because the trees are different colors. It's creaking, there's clanking of shackles around her wrists. There's some laughter of the guards. It sets this scene. So we begin us here. Celaena has like cuts on her face. She is not too well. We can't really see Celaena, but you can tell by her body language that she is broken. She kind of like sits up and looks around. She like tries to get out of her shackles.
Mm-hmm.
She is like kind of fighting whatever drug she was under.
Right.
She can't get out. She looks like directly at the audience. The lights go out, and we immediately, this is where we go back.
Oh, great. Right away.
Right away.
I love that.
Right away. Like, nothing.
What a hard
like,
open.
What is happening? We don't know what's happening.
No.
She's in a prison wagon, and who is this person, and what's happening?
That's so cool.
Yeah. And so the lights it'll black out, and this is why the drops will be really nice, because they'll come in as the wagon goes out, and Celaena will jump down, and the lights will come back up, all within, like, the next 5 seconds. And I don't even have us starting at the beginning of the book, because those first 40 pages are just exposition that we can get.
Yes. And they're especially hard to get through if you've read Throne of Glass already, because you don't need a lot of it.
Mm-hmm. I do have it cutting straight to when Sam figures out she's trying to free the slaves.
Good.
Yeah. So
I do like the part where she has her feet up on Roth's desk, but like,
yeah, it's a good moment, and we can do it later. Because she has to go back in with the letters and everything for him.
That's true.
So I have it opening right up, and the first person we see that's not Celaena is Sam.
Good, as it should be.
As it should be. And he kind of comes running up to her, and they have the whole conversation about how she's gonna break the slaves out. And
right.
He's like, you're gonna get yourself killed. And she's like, nah, I'm not gonna get myself killed. And then they do break the slaves out. And then there's the whole moment with the desk in Rolf's office where she makes him sign all the things that say that he won't be participating in the slave trade anymore. Great. And then there's a sweet moment where she hugs Sam because she thought that he was dead.
Yeah.
And she says, if you ever tell anyone about me embracing you, I'll gut you.
Okay.
And then she glances at him sidelong and grins, and that's where the lights go out.
Okay.
The light, because they're like kind of like, oh, this is okay, like we're okay. Lights go out, and we flash back to
the end of the book.
Kinda.
Okay.
Okay. To when she's in the cell.
Oh.
So she was.
No.
She was in the. I know.
She was like having a good little friends or maybe more moment. They were so cute, those little cuties.
And she is woken up in the cell of the royal dungeons. And she's in the cell, and
so
she's
we play it
around.
like it's clearly a memory, but it's also like a dream.
Because she, like, we watch her fall back asleep in the cart and wake back up in this royal cell.
Oh,
and
that's so good.
I know. Then the guards come in and they say dinner, and they give us a little bit of like, here's where we are. She's looking around, trying to figure out what's happening. And then something she has in her brain is she asks, like, how long has she been here? When are somebody going to come and save me? And I think she needs to say that out loud.
Yeah.
Like, I think she needs to be like, where am I? Or like, how long has it been? Has anyone come looking for me?
Mm-hmm.
And then they're going to say something along the lines of...
You have this line-to-line connected?
Yeah. This dungeon is impenetrable, and those chains are made with Otterlin steel. They close the door to the cell, and she kind of lays back, and it fades right on back to the middle of The Assassin and the Healer.
Oh!
When she walks into the alley and kicks those guys' ass.
Okay, so we're skipping the part where Irene was like, that's a mysterious figure for 20 pages.
Right.
Yeah.
Because this isn't Irene's story.
No.
Like, she's great, but, like, this is not Irene's story. This is Celaena's story.
Yeah.
And where it became important to her was when she came and saved this girl.
Yes.
So she's going to come and she's going to kick these guys' asses. They're going to talk a little bit. There is a whole fighting montage. They have a good moment where Irene actually gets, like, grabbed, and Celaena gets to let her kick his ass. And then this flashback is going to end with her taking off her ruby brooch, grabbing a handful of coins, setting it on a table that she knows Irene will be by.
Yeah.
Kind of smiling, and then walking into the sunset, where we will flashback
Hold on. You guys, the part where she stops everything to help a woman who is vulnerable.
So good.
It's so good.
So good. That's something that Sarah J. Maas
character defining
does so well.
Yeah.
Is girls helping girls.
Yeah.
Like,
female friendships.
Female friendships are Sarah J. Maas's bread and freaking butter.
Which is a great thing because fantasy struggles for that.
Yes. Absolutely. So she'll write her little note. She'll leave the handful of riches for Irene. And we're back, baby.
I just watched Emma flip 400 pages over her hand and almost dropped the book.
Yeah. We fade to where she's in and out of sleep, and you hear somebody say, you think she's really Celaena Sardathian? She looks my daughter's age. Better not tell anyone. The king said he'd flay us alive if we breathe one word. Hard to imagine it's her. Did you see the list of victims? It went on and on. You think she is wrong in the head? She just looks at you, without really looking at you, you know? I bet they needed someone to pay for Jane's death. They probably grabbed a simple girl and pretended it was her. Won't matter to the king, will it? If she won't talk, it's her own damn fault if she's innocent. I don't think she's really Celaena Sardothian. And I heard it'll be a closed trial and execution because the king doesn't want anyone seeing who she really is. Trust the king to deny everyone else the chance to watch. I wonder if they'll hang her or behead her. And she's back out.
Yeah. This is a wonderful case for, like, superhero disguises that are kind of thin.
Yeah.
Because people are skeptics.
Yeah. They're like, I don't think that's Celaena
I don't
Sardothian.
think so.
Yes. But she falls back asleep hearing that she might be beheaded or hung.
Yeah.
And we are back to the assassin in the desert.
Okay.
Where she immediately, the lights come back up and she is appealing to the king of the assassins, of the silent assassins.
Yeah.
I forget what the mute master.
Yeah.
And
He's cool.
Yeah. She's talking to him and Ansel takes her by the arm and is like, we're going to be roommates. And like,
the accent is at least three notches too uncalled for. And I love it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
It's a good one. I do think that from there, though, there's a lot that happens in The Assassin in the Desert that,
yes,
based on what I am pulling to be the meaning of this book,
yes,
not actually wildly important. I think that we can do their running, we can understand them getting better.
You're gonna have to cut the horses, huh?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Those are important.
Shadow puppets!
Behind the dunes.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have to do that. Because it becomes important because she sells her Asterian mare to free Sam from Erebin. So Okay.
You can't tell what I'm saying, right?
No.
Oh, good.
I would have told you way before now. This whole time I've just been hearing the whole plot of the next book.
It's really, honestly, I think that what I end up saying garbled into my hand wouldn't make any sense anyway.
That's fair.
Talked about how we're gonna skip most of it.
Yes. Not most of it, just like chunks of it. And like
Okay.
I want to see the friendship building with Ansel. Because I think that's really important. And then I want to see...
I do love Ansel.
She's good. She's really good. And then I
She's
want
a good
her
character.
to send Celaena out to the desert and have Celaena come back.
Yeah.
And then the really important thing for me, I think, is on page 222.
Okay.
When she gives Ansel 20 minutes to get out of there before she fires a bow at her,
and she
gives her 21. That is super important. Half of my editing is just gonna be taking out Maddie's
I'm
muffled words into her sleeves.
Oh my god, it's just like I can feel it right here.
Uh-huh.
This is where I keep my secrets.
Yes.
You keep your TMJ there, that's where I keep my secrets.
Yes, and if somebody were to like puncture it, they'd just like spill out.
I think they'd come out the normal way.
Oh, okay, cool.
Just be like, if somebody socked me in the jaw, I'd be like,
Sam Cortland's not dead.
Yeah.
Just kidding. That'd be crazy.
That would be crazy.
I
Sam Cortland
did
is
think
dead.
that for a hot second.
It was such a good time.
Because I forgot that this was a prequel and that we'd probably meet Sam Cortland.
I'm not gonna lie, I know that you love like a righteous pain experience, and I was kind of hoping that you'd continue to delude yourself that Sam Cortland was dead and then read this book and be like,
ah. Yeah. I do love a pain experience, which is why I made this play the way I did.
I know.
So I want to find a way to show that she gave it 21 minutes.
Okay.
Like, I don't know how that goes. I don't know if it's like on the projector, we have a clock and it like collects down.
It's a bow. So
Yeah.
there's no way she's gonna leave it strung
Right.
for 20 minutes.
Right.
So probably you have her. Does
Well,
she go and do things?
So no. So the mute master says all these words to her. Not yet. I lied. The mute master is like waking up and Ilias has been taken away to be saved or whatever.
Right, because the secret is that they're not doing a vow of silence.
At
They
least
just don't
not-
like to talk to
At
people.
least not the mute master's not, because that's like later though. That's like after she spares
Yeah.
Ansel, which
Okay.
I do think that we kind of have to skip just for
Yeah, sure.
times. But
People on the internet are convinced that Ilias, who is not going to be important again, actually, is so hot.
he is pretty hot.
Yeah, but like, do we have evidence?
No.
Okay.
It just feels. Yeah, and so I want to find a way to show that, like, because the mute master kind of gives her a nudge to, like,
Yeah.
hey, it's been almost time. And she walks up there, but I want to show that she waits that extra minute
Right.
before she pulls the bow and...
I think you should have her lift it,
Mm-hmm.
like she's going to draw it at 20 minutes,
Mm-hmm.
and put it back down.
Yeah. Okay, great. Perfect.
Like,
I just think it's important.
Show that.
It's important that she waited that extra minute.
And then, yeah.
Leaving Ansel alive, important.
Yes.
It's gotta be.
Uh-huh.
It's gotta be, and it's important for Celaena's character growth.
Yes.
Like, not only is it probably important to future books, it's also probably important for her growth of, like, I don't want to kill this person. This is the first friend
Absolutely.
I've ever had.
Yeah.
So that one hurts.
Well, she and Sam are friends by now,
Well,
but
yeah,
like
she hasn't seen him since they freed the
she
slaves,
made this
though.
friend all by herself.
Yeah, this one is not a friend of convenience.
Yeah.
So from here, though, she pulls the bow, and as she lets go, lights out, and lights come back up,
Oh.
and she is kneeling in front of the throne of glass.
Okay.
The king of Otterland is standing there, and he starts with, "I didn't believe the rumors were true until now. It seems the guard have not been lying about your age," and like him trying to talk to her and her not saying anything at all. And then it says, "If you do not speak, then I will take your silence for acquiescence, girl. Then read the charges, Counselor Renzel." And then he starts, and I think he just starts the names, and she's just standing there, her hands bound behind her, her head down. And he reads 10 or 11 names, and it kind of that fades out quietly, and that's like the first slow drop of light.
Yeah.
And that first slow drop of light.
This is a good place for our live pit orchestra.
This is a beautiful place for our live pit orchestra. And he reads the names, and as the lights go out, I don't think she moves.
Okay.
I think what moves is the throne of glass leaves.
Okay.
And Arabin's desk comes in.
Very good.
And she is like, "Hello, I'm back. I did everything that you asked for." And that's when he's like, "I'm so sorry," and gives her the information about, I think his name is Donoval.
Right, so that should be the name that we leave off on.
I think saying his name in the list of names was good.
Well, either they should say it in the list of names right before we cut back,
Yes.
and then he gives it to her, and so we all know that she's going to kill him.
Yeah.
Or you have to cut back to the list of names after this.
I think it does it before, because I think part of this show depends on you knowing some of the future.
Okay, yeah, I agree.
Because that's kind of how we're structuring it.
Okay, so that's probably the last one that the audience gets to hear before they fade out.
Yes. This is a longer one, but again, not as important. We
No.
gotta have him... We have to have her try, like, her and Sam having some cute little moments. This is really a cute Sam time. And...
I genuinely do think that's, like, the whole function of that bit.
It is.
It's just...
Which is why I then have Act 1 ending when they kiss.
Aww.
So...
You're gonna trick the audience like this is a happy show.
Yeah! I'm gonna hurt him. And that's my little note that has a little heart.
Ah.
So they have this whole mission where they're working together, and she's telling him all the things that happened, and he is like, "Well, I'm gonna leave." They have that whole moment of tension before she's like, "You're a damned idiot because I'd pick you," and then she kissed him, and that's where the lights will fade, and that's intermission.
That's really great.
And then we're kind of almost in a linear order.
Okay.
Almost. Intermission is gonna open back up.
Okay.
To the king saying, "Do you have any last requests before I announce your sentence?"
In the version of the show where the Silent Assassin's place is just the Assassin's Keep with, like, sheets over it, the curtain opens and they're still kissing.
Nice. That would be awesome. If we made this a comedy, very different show, and would be great.
Mm-hmm. And she's really funny, so it, like, probably could
it
be a comedy.
could work.
It just shouldn't be.
No, because it hurts too much. So... "Do you have any last requests before I announce your sentence?" And she says, "Make it quick." And then it's blackout, and we are after...
So crazy that she's saying make it quick, because you know whose death wasn't quick?
Sam's?
Yeah.
She says it's a challenge, not a request.
Okay.
So I think, in my brain, she's hoping that he just tortures the shit out of her.
Maybe.
Because it's opposite of what she wants.
Yeah.
So it says, she said it's
she, like, thinks she deserves it for not saving him.
And then the king's like, "Quick! To Endovier for you!"
Yeah.
And she's like, "You played right into my trap." It opens back up after she's already killed Donoval. And after
Oh, okay, good.
like we don't need to see that.
No, skipping ahead.
It's gonna open back up to her walking back into Arobyn's after we see that, back into Arobyn's office. Where she then says, like, it's done, here's everything that happened, and the big reveal happens that she had been tricked by him. Like, this is really short. Like, this is like 3 pages that I have marked here because things are going quick.
Okay.
He tells her that she just killed the person who wanted to free the slaves and that it was revenge.
Yeah.
And
he tells her that just to be an asshole.
And she immediately says, okay, well, fuck you then. I'm moving out.
Yeah.
And the money is in your account and Sam is free.
Yeah.
And he's like, okay. And then she tells Sam, and it's them sitting on the roof with a nice little kiss, like watching the sunset. And we quick flash to this little tab I have that was supposed to be handcuffs. And it says, it's a little drawing, and it looks more like eyeballs. And then there's a little arrow that says handcuffs.
Oh, good.
So, there's that.
I would agree.
So, it flashes to handcuffs to the king, Celaena Sardathian. You are sentenced to 9 lives worth of labor in the salt mines of Endovier. And then we're immediate flashback. Like, I don't even know if the lights come up on that one.
No.
I think the lights go down, and we just hear the king say that.
That seems more reasonable. It would be so spooky to see that they're happy and then hear him say that and be like, what happened?
What happened? Yeah.
That's really good.
Thanks. So from there, we get to watch her and Sam plan a life for themselves.
I know.
We get to watch them.
Oh my God.
We get to watch them have a full life. We get to watch them take on their last contract.
Okay.
And then we get to watch her lay next to him in the morgue.
Yeah.
So, like, this is Act 2. We're not sparing expenses.
No.
We are seeing everything that happens.
Yeah.
And this ends with Celaena closed her eyes. She wouldn't leave him, and lays down next to his mangled body.
I have a fan art for you.
Yay! And then it cuts to what I titled Motherfucking Bitch, which is Arobyn talking to Farron.
Yeah.
So she hasn't gone to avenge Sam yet.
No.
She is laying with Sam's body in the morgue. And we cut to Arobyn and Farron talking, where we find out that Arobyn set her up. And it says, Endovier then, a surprising twist of events. I thought you had planned a grand rescue from the butchering block. So you're not going after the wagon. Obviously not. And they talk. That flashback ends.
Yeah.
As Farron says, why did you do it? And Arobyn says, because I don't like sharing my belongings. And then we flash to her trying to go and avenge Sam.
Yeah.
And that brings us all the way up to
back in the prison wagon.
Almost, yep. So it's all the way up to when Farron tells her she'd be delightful to break.
Yeah.
We've seen everything else, and it takes us right to the end. She's in the prison wagon, and it's her standing up, looking out the window. We can see the bars crossing her face, and the prison wagon comes to a halt. That'll be a sound thing.
Yeah.
She'll like kind of jostle, and then it's a slow fade to black as the prison doors open. So like the light on her face goes from being
she can't ever stop looking at the audience.
Nope, look straight at the audience, and then the lights will change. Instead of having that prison gobo on her face, it'll be this full open door, and she will look directly at the audience, and that'll be her moment where she says, "My name is Celaena Sardathian, and I will not be afraid." And then it's a blackout. It's a slow fade while she just stands there and looks out at them. And that's the show,
that
dude.
Is so cool.
I know.
This is a really good show.
I know it is. I didn't write it, but I did organize it.
Yeah. Wow. Oh my God.
I told you, I had this shit organized.
Yeah.
This is what happens when we live record a book that we just read.
And we're excited.
And we're excited about it.
Yeah.
When we were doing our backlog,
that was tough for us.
That was tough because it was like, wait, what happened in that book? But this one, I finished it last night, and then I got up this morning and I tabbed this motherfucker.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is what's happening. I have plans. I have thoughts. So, anyway.
That's so good.
Thanks for coming to my TED Talk.
Yeah, it was a great TED Talk. Listen, I could not have done better. Nobody could have. It's so good. It's so cool. It hurts real nice.
Yeah. So, Sarah J. Maas, hit us up. I will write this script, and I will make it hurt.
And I will bring her coffee. So, earlier,
Yeah.
you mentioned, this is, I think, the part in our normal thing where we would be like, shining moments. We've hit them all. Except earlier you mentioned when Arabin buys Lysandra's virginity.
Ugh.
And how crazy
That is crazy. And it's so crazy that it has to be in there probably, but like,
I don't know if it does, but like, yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah, that was ouchy.
Yeah.
And stupid.
Yeah.
And kind of sucked for me because I don't give a shit about Lysandra as a person in general, but like I care about her as a 17-year-old who's been sold into the sex trade.
Yeah.
Like I care about her for that.
Yeah.
Like she's pretty sucky actually up to this point. I'm sure she'll be better or whatever. But like as of when he did that, I was like, ew.
Yeah.
Arabin.
Yeah.
Well, there are also lots of times where Celaena was like, is he a father? Is he a brother? Is he a lover?
Uh-huh.
Stop it. Stop.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Well, like, it's kind of great writing because it, like, you know, implies many years of crazy manipulation on his part.
Yes.
But it is, like, horrifying.
Yes. Absolutely horrifying.
Yeah.
Truth about the sex trade right there, probably.
Yeah.
So.
Well, and Celaena's known Lysandra and, I mean, hates her, but has known her a long ass time.
Yeah.
And, like, so is Arabin.
Yeah. He's known her since she was itty bitty. In the
Which
same
makes it
way,
worse.
in the same way he's known Celaena since she was itty bitty.
Yeah.
I don't like sharing my belongings. Disgusting.
Disgusting.
Disgusting. You disgust me. She bought her freedom.
Yeah.
She's not your belonging anymore. I cannot. I mean, I knew that he had Sam killed.
Yeah.
And had her taken. I don't know how I knew that, other than just like context clues.
It's a little bit sprinkled.
There's context clues it's sprinkled, and I was like, I think this is happening unless it did. If they told us in one of the first 3 books, message us and tell me, because I can't remember if this was just reading comprehension or if I made a good theory. So,
yeah.
Anyway, this book was beautiful. It was good.
Yeah.
Thank you for letting me just blah about it.
It was a great time.
Yay. I loved it. I had a lot of fun. But
Yeah.
I also feel like I didn't let you talk at all. So you should probably tell us about a weenie that you're reading.
I don't know that I actually have one.
No?
Oh, I could talk about the arc.
Okay. It's time for In Betweeny Weenies.
In between your weenies.
Today I'm going to let Maddie do all the in-betweeny talk because she deserves to have a moment.
Gee, thanks. And because this was Emma's weenie, that was our whole episode today.
Okay, Maddie, tell us about your weenie.
I have been reading, and I'm not finished with, this arc that we got.
Yay, arc!
One of the coolest parts of our podcast is being able to reach out to up-and-coming authors and authors who are really advertising their books on platforms that we see who might need arc readers. And we beg them. We're like, hey, we want to read that.
We want to read that, and if it's right for the pod, we'll cover it in the pod.
Yeah. Come
and
talk to us
come
about
talk
it.
to us about it. Have the author on while we talk about your book.
That's the dream.
Amazing. It is the dream. And so Maddie has taken on the journey of this arc while I have been hardcore powering through the Assassin's Blade.
Yes. This arc is called The Art of Deception.
And it is by Maddie Gologrank. Gologranc.
Yeah.
And Maddie is just 1 D and an I. MADI.
So I am approximately 150 pages in. Clone pages. It is really cool so far. It's a very cool concept. It's sort of a competition style story. There is a lot of tie-ins to art history, which is very interesting. And there is a pretty tight cast of characters. There's not that many, which is always kind of interesting for us because generally speaking, fantasy tends to have kind of a sprawling cast, even if there are people that like aren't important. In this book so far, 6 total people of all levels of character.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So the only thing that I got to when I was starting to read it before we had to switch lanes, something that I think is cool for all of you art history nerds out there, is that this this novel is written almost like an art history textbook. Kind of. Is that true? Would you agree with that?
It kind of depends where you're at, but a little bit.
In some places, art history textbook, and it has some footnotes that explain some
It
things
is
to you.
definitely full of footnotes, and I think that they are sometimes really useful because it allows the author to use proper nouns that don't have to be explained in text because they can be linked to the footnote.
Yeah, it's just like a little bit of exposition in a different way, in like a la a history book,
Absolutely.
which is kind of cool.
It's
So-
been interesting so far.
Yeah,
I
we
will let
keep
you know when I
reading
finish it.
We'll keep reading it. We'll give it a review wherever that author wants a review. Thank you, Maddie, for letting us read your book.
Yeah. If you are writing a book that you would like to have us read, send it to us.
Yeah,
we
would
want
love
that.
We would love to see it, even if it should be in our Theater of the Absurd section.
Or if it's just not right for our podcast.
Yeah,
We'll
send
read
it
it
anyway.
anyway.
We'll
We
read
just-
it anyway. But yeah, send us your stuff. We love indie authors. We love just collaborating. That's the really cool thing that we do on this pod.
Yeah,
so.
it's awesome to get to meet people who want to have these same kind of experiences.
Yeah, it's awesome. Anyway, cool. I mean, I don't have another weenie. It was Thanksgiving week. Things were a little crazy. We couldn't really throw open a whole new book by this Sunday, but
No.
here we are. Got a little bit of time to
Yeah.
edit this up and get it out for the world to see and send it to Sarah J. Maas as a pitch to let me write this script.
Please let her write this script.
Let me do it. Or you can write the script and I can direct it, but I kind of want it to be the way I imagine it. So maybe let me write the script and direct it. I promise I will take dialogue straight from your book.
Where Emma writes the script and she sets the scene.
Yeah, that would be so
she
cool.
wants creative control so bad.
I do love creative control. Do we have anything else, Maddie?
I don't think we do.
All right, please remember to reach out to us.
Absolutely. We would love to hear from you. If you are one of our international listeners, if you are one of our right here at home listeners, if you have any answers to any of our questions, or just cuz.
All right, well, we love you, and we will see you in a couple weeks.
Bye.
Bye.
Our editing on Page to Stage is done by Emma.
Our music is by A Strange Mood Productions. Thank you for building us these sick beats.
If you want to contact us, that's at Page to Stage Pod on Instagram, or you could send us an email at pagetostagepod@gmail.com. Our Instagram is run by a tiny feral raccoon. We love her a lot.
And we love you a lot. We'll see you next time.
You're this side, and you're this side, and you're this side.
It's a visual bit where
No.
Maddie opens one eye at a time and watches my face move to either side of her microphone.